Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Gastel and you're watching Wings. On the show today, we cover the top spots to see for Buddhists visiting the South Asian region as India and Nepal celebrate a cultural festival on Buddhism in Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha. We feature Kashmiri pashmina weaving, which is gaining popularity with modern calligraphy. Also on the show, a look at Christmas festivities worldwide. Let's start. Our lead story this week is a roundup of our top 3 most significant sites to see for Buddhists as Lumbini hosts an India-Nepal Cultural Festival. The sacred site is the birthplace of Lord Buddha. Let's explore.
Across Asia, the journey of Buddhism unfolds through some of the most peaceful and historically profound places in the world. As India and Nepal come together to celebrate their shared heritage at the Lumbini Cultural Festival, we showcase 3 of the most meaningful destinations for a Buddhist pilgrim. Lumbini, Bodhgaya and Sarnath, 3 sites that shaped the life and legacy of Lord Buddha. Our journey begins in Lumbini, Nepal, the sacred birthplace of Siddhartha Gautama. Here, the Maya Devi temple stands at the exact spot where Queen Maya Devi is believed to have given birth, beneath a sal tree more than 2,600 years ago. For Buddhist travelers, Lumbini is not just a historical site, it is a landscape of peace. Sacred ponds, prayer flags and a monastic zone built by nations from around the world make this a living tribute to universal brotherhood. Walking through Lumbini is like stepping into the earliest chapter of Lord Buddha's story. Senior Indian official Munu Mahawar, additional secretary at the Ministry of External Affairs, joined celebrations in Lumbini recently for the 3rd India-Nepal Cultural Festival, held at this sacred site.
Our 2 countries, as you all know, share not only very close cultural and civilizational ties, but also a shared reverence for Lord Buddha and his teachings. Lord Buddha was born in this sacred city of Lumbini, and he delivered his first sermon in Sarnath. His life and journey form an enduring and unparalleled bond between our 2 countries that adds to the unique relationship between India and Nepal.
This year's festival, hosted by the Embassy of India in Nepal, along with the Lumbini Development Trust and Lumbini Buddhist University, highlighted the shared Buddhist heritage that connects the 2 neighbors. The event brought together scholars, senior monks, civil society members and cultural enthusiasts in the heart of Lumbini. The evening opened with a vibrant cultural showcase featuring performances by artists from India and Nepal, including an Odissi dance recital themed on Buddhism by an ICCR troupe led by Sandhya Kunjam Menon Das, and a traditional musical set by Nepali band Gugu Mugu. Scholars from both countries also reflected on how centuries-old Buddhist links continue to strengthen people-to-people ties, tourism and cultural exchange. The festival highlighted the deep historical bond between India and Nepal and celebrated Lumbini as a powerful crossroads of culture, spirituality and tradition. A short journey south into India brings us to Bodhgaya, perhaps the most important Buddhist site of all. It was here, under the shade of the Bodhi tree, that Siddhartha meditated and attained enlightenment, becoming the Buddha. Today, the Mahabodhi tree, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands as a symbol of awakening. Pilgrims gather from dusk to dawn, chanting, meditating, and circumambulating the sacred Bodhi tree, believed to be a direct descendant of the original. Bodhgaya radiates a rare stillness, a place where Buddhist pilgrims travel to see the historic site and also to seek clarity. From enlightenment, we travel next to understanding. In Sarnath, near Varanasi, the Buddha delivered his first sermon after attaining enlightenment, setting in motion the Dharma and the wheel of law. The Dhammic Stupa, the remains of ancient monasteries, and the famed Ashokan lion capital, India's national emblem, make Sarnath an essential stop for anyone tracing the roots of Buddhist philosophy. It is here that one can gain insights into how the Buddha's teachings spread beyond the Ganga's plains and into the world. Lumbini, Bodhgaya, Sarnath. 3 destinations linked by one journey, the birth, enlightenment and teaching of the Buddha. As Abhijit Halder said, despite technological advancements, the world continues to experience profound suffering. The Buddha always stressed 2 ways of spreading his teachings: chanting and travel. There are many tours you can take to experience these sites and many more for the devout, from the Buddhist train circuit to multi-day private tours. For a Buddhist traveler, these sites are more than pilgrimages. They are reflections on peace, compassion, and the timeless quest for inner awakening. And as India and Nepal celebrate their shared Buddhist heritage, these ancient places continue to inspire millions across generations.
Next up, centuries of Kashmiri artistry, new age innovation and initiatives to reimagine tradition. We bring you the revival story of Kashmir's iconic carpets. Take a look.
There's a quiet poetry in Kashmir, in its chinar-lined paths, snow-dusted rooftops, saffron-kissed meadows, and the shimmering stillness of the Dal Lake. Woven into this timeless landscape is another treasure: the legendary Kashmiri carpet. For centuries, these carpets have been more than decor. They have been symbols of aesthetic heritage, artworks that embody the valley's identity, memory, and mystique. The story of Kashmir hand-knotted carpets dates back to the 15th century, when Sultan Zain-ul-Abidin invited master weavers from Persia and Central Asia to introduce their weaving traditions to the valley. What began as royal commissions soon grew into an iconic Kashmiri craft. Over generations, local artists added motifs inspired by their surroundings: chinar leaves, almond blossoms, garden patterns, and the serenity of Kashmir's waters, creating designs that became synonymous with the region's cultural fabric. As global demand grew, the need to safeguard authenticity became urgent. In June 2016, the Government of India granted geographical indication or GI status to Kashmiri carpets, formally recognizing their heritage value and protecting them from imitation. To further strengthen authenticity, authorities introduced a QR-coded tamper-proof label, a digital certificate attached to every tested carpet. It provides details of the weaver, district, materials used, and knotting technique, ensuring buyers worldwide can verify origin with a scan. Kashmiri hard-woven carpets, or kalbafi, are known for their intricate hand knotting, ranging from 200 to 900 knots per square inch in both wool and silk. More knots mean more detail, more durability, and a richer storytelling capacity. The looms are simple, 2 horizontal beams holding warp threads. Kashmir blends Persian influences with its own aesthetic personality. Designs like Kashan, Kirman, Isfahan, Tabriz, Meshed, and Bukhara coexist with local innovations. This harmony makes the region's carpets among the finest in the world. Among these treasures, pashmina carpets remain the rarest. Woven from the soft underbelly wool of the pashmina goat, they are prized for their warmth, delicate fibers, and motifs inspired by paisleys, florals, and natural forms. In Srinagar's Rathpora Eidgah stands one such modern revivalist, Shahnawaz Ahmad Sofi, an artisan who has brought new energy to Kashmir's carpet heritage by merging classical weaving with innovative design elements. Using age-old techniques but adapting them with modern artistic expression, Sophie has introduced 3D motifs and transformed carpets into wall art pieces that carry both traditional soul and futuristic imagination. I am grateful to the government and the Handicraft Department of India. With the help of GI tag, the people have started believing that it's authentic. Sophie represents a new wave of Kashmiri designers reinventing tradition, combining ancient knots with digital sketching, 3D modeling and international aesthetics. Their efforts, supported by GI certification, new technology and global platforms, ensure Kashmir's carpets are preserved and reborn for contemporary audiences. With every knot tied on a loom, Kashmir's artistic legacy continues to breathe and grow.
Around the world, cities enter a festive mood. From Europe's iconic markets to Asia's giant light festivals, landmarks glow, streets twinkle, and the holiday season is in full swing. Let's take you on a quick tour of how Christmas lights up the world.
London glows under miles of Christmas lights, from Oxford Street to Covent Garden, as iconic pubs and shopping streets transform into shimmering holiday corridors. Berlin lights up its boulevards and Christmas markets, with the Brandenburg Gate and Kurfürstendamm shining under thousands of festive lights. Copenhagen sparkles as Nihon, Tivoli Gardens and the city's waterfront turn into a cozy and colorful winter wonderland. Munich's historic Christkindl market glitters with lights and handcrafted treasures, amid heightened security surrounding one of Germany's oldest markets. Vienna's elegant streets, Christmas markets, and St. Stephen's Cathedral shine under classic red and gold holiday illuminations. Manila bursts into color as the Christmas season lights up malls, parks, and entire neighborhoods. Lights sparkle across 20 districts of Paris, with the Champs-Élysées, Eiffel Tower, and festive window displays turning the city into a glowing postcard. Even in Kiev, Christmas lights shimmer with resilience amid the war that never seems to end. Shanghai's Christmas markets and Frostival celebrations draw crowds with sparkling stalls, cotton candy art, and winter-themed Disney displays. Tokyo lights up with dazzling street installations, from Shibuya to Roppongi, led by the iconic Keikizaka illumination at the famous Tokyo Tower. Taipei's Christmas land fills the city with projection shows, glowing plazas, and artificial snow as crowds gather for nightly displays. Bethlehem's giant tree glows over Manger Square, bringing back full celebrations in the city believed to be the birthplace of Jesus. While cities around the world are glowing with Christmas lights, some places are taking festive celebrations to another level, with people dressing up as Santa, hitting the water, the roads, and even the racetrack. Here are some quirky holiday moments from around the world. In Germany, Santa Claus traded his sleigh for a stand-up paddleboard. Members of a water sports club in Monheim took to the River Rhine dressed as Santa, elves, and even the Grinch. The annual tradition is meant to promote community spirit, with paddlers navigating waves, wind, and winter chill as they cruise past the industrial skyline. Some even took an icy dip before posing for group photos.
We started Santa Claus stand-up paddling a few years ago because we want to raise awareness, encourage community spirit, and keep traditions like Santa Claus alive.
In India, Coimbatore turned its streets into a sea of red and white. Over 2,000 people dressed as Santa Claus took out a bike procession as part of the city's Christmas celebrations. A grand procession took over the streets, children dressed as angels, a dramatic parade with a man depicting Jesus on the cross, and entire neighborhoods decorated with lights. It's a unique blend of devotion, theatricality, and festive joy. Meanwhile, in the UK, thousands of Santas packed the streets of Liverpool for the city's annual 5-kilometre Santa Dash. It's the biggest festive fun run in the country, with participants of all ages donning Santa costumes for charity. First held in 2004, the event now marks the official start of Liverpool's Christmas celebrations, complete with music, cheers, and waves of Santas running through the city centre. From paddling on the Rhine to mass Santa rallies in South India to thousands running in Liverpool, the world is celebrating Christmas with a mix of tradition, creativity, and pure holiday fun. No matter how different the festivities look, the spirit of the season remains the same: joy, community, and coming together.
This week marks Nobel Week, as celebration and fanfare echo through Stockholm and Oslo in memory of Alfred Nobel. Laureates from across the world have gathered with dignitaries and royals to receive the prestigious prize. And in Stockholm, a colorful sound and light show entertains visitors and residents alike.
It is my great honor and pleasure to warmly welcome you all to the 2025 Nobel Prize Award Ceremony.
The Nobel Prize is awarded to laureates in the fields of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, and literature in Stockholm every year, while the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo. Since 1969, an additional prize has been awarded at the ceremony in Stockholm, the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel. The prizes are presented by Swedish King Carl XVI Gustav, the longest reigning monarch in the country. The award ceremony occurs on the anniversary of the death of Alfred Nobel, the wealthy Swedish industrialist and inventor of dynamite, who founded the prizes. Receiving a Nobel Prize remains an exclusive honor, and even attending the award ceremony or banquet that follows is not easy, as it is not open to the public. Still, there is something visitors and residents can enjoy in Stockholm. The city is shimmering this week as it switches on its Nobel-themed Light Festival. The Swedish capital transformed into an art gallery, where buildings, bridges and public squares glow with colorful installations, inspired by the discoveries of the Nobel laureates. The event, presented by the Nobel Prize Museum, brings together international artists, designers and students, turning the city into a celebration hub of science and culture. Founders say the idea is simple: to light up the city at its darkest hour and invite everyone to celebrate Nobel Week in the heart of Stockholm. Every installation this year is rooted in a Nobel discovery or achievement, from physics and literature to peace. Many artists have gravitated toward peace-themed works, reflecting global conversations. These art installations attract thousands of visitors, and this year the numbers are expected to reach 1 million.
We are very lucky to have an audience of about 200,000 people, and now we're fingers crossed we might see more than 1 million visitors this year. So the festival just keeps blooming, and it's so touching to see that the festival belongs to so many people, but that there's so many different experiences to be had in the festival. So we're so touched and moved to be able to welcome this many people into a celebration.
One of the most talked about displays is Pro Pace at City Hall, created by French artist Jan Guema. His work uses digital projections to blend architecture with images of Peace Prize winners.
The idea is to make reality resonate with a projection, to augment it, to constantly play with reality. So with each image, we constantly have the impression of recognizing the architecture, but adding another reality to it. And on top of that, telling the story of the Nobels. So the difficulty, which I called a headache, was combining all these factors to try to create a work that was consistent and above all poetic.
While the light installations shine outside, in the busy kitchen of Stockholm's City Hall, more than 40 chefs prepared a secret 3-course menu for this week's Nobel Prize banquet, served to laureates, their families, Sweden's royal family, and leading figures from across the country. The dishes are created by 2 chefs who usually run a 2 Michelin star restaurant. After months of tastings, the final menu was chosen in late September, but its details will remain secret until guests take their seats in the Blue Hall.
It's kind of hard, but what we want to do is to implement our way of cooking, our DNA, put it into this dinner for 1,300 people. So that's our inspiration, to take something that you recognize in flavor and add a little bit of a twist.
If you ever get a chance to experience a Nobel banquet, the food, ambience and company will surely be world class.
That's all we have for you on the show this week, but we return next week with more. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.